Right. Wait for the sound to start up for me. I think we'll be good. Um, Ty doesn't feel good today, so he said he's under the weather. So I decided to quickly throw a stream together, a thumbnail, and gonna bring in some of my thoughts concerning the recent release of the DJI trailer, I guess you want to call it. Um, there it is right there. You've got your little video trailer right there. Um, and all the, this is the most leaked drone, all these, um, all these hype comments. And I'm not very impressed. I think, I think what's happened is we're down to few players in the market. We got nailed with the tariff thing, and now it's really this could be it. This could be the beginning of the end. That's that really is the or the end of the beginning. I don't know. I'm just as interested in speculating as far as you know the Mavic 3 or the what's it the Mavic 4. I keep saying 3 4. So yeah, I think obviously companies a company that big is gonna do okay. There's a bigger world out there. There's no question. But I mean, the U.S. consumer has the biggest wallet. I'm sorry to tell you. If you're from wherever, I mean, we got big freaking wallets. I mean, and we like this kind of stuff. We're consumers. Not the rest of the world is not what I would say full of the consumers that we are. We will spend on crap that we don't need. And the Chinese really need us to be doing that. So I like that's a good thumbnail, by the way. That I just whipped that one together. So hopefully you can see the the uh there we go. You can see the camera in there. There are some pretty cool things about that camera. I mean, that thing being an electronic ND is really neat. That is a cool idea. But I'm not, guys. I'm not a stupid American. I understand that there's a bigger world, but we per capita, per user, we spend a lot of money on tech. And to eliminate that large chunk of cash will definitely hurt research. Like you're saying, research and development. Um, so I'm, I'm also kind of, I'm also in transition as well. So I'm trying to transition what I do, and you know, the the stuff that I like to do is going to have to change. There's no question about it. I didn't see if we can put up any more of the leak videos. But this is going to be a very impressive product. I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, that is going to be a really impressive drone. It's going to be a definitely a step forward. You take a really good controller and then you throw a drone with a really unique camera. I don't think that this camera per se is much different than the Mavic 3 Pro array. I I think it's just a different shape and in a different, it has a different gimbal. So I'm just looking at the camera specs. Once you get below the micro four thirds camera, it really goes downhill. I mean, from there, if I was hoping that this would have a micro four thirds and then maybe a 1 inch, and then some kind of a something with a zoom. But if when you go from micro four thirds and you don't have the 1 inch is just as good, so it's that leaves the Air 3S, intact. So people just pay more. I don't think so. I do not. I know there's people that'll. It just. I think people will find creative ways of getting it, but I don't believe that anybody's going to pay $12,000 for this drone. There's no. It is borderline um, insanity. Nobody has that. That has money is stupid like that. Um, people that have money to burn are really smart, and they will find ways to get this drone, um, without spending that tariff money. So I'm thinking you're going to have to make a, I don't know, make a trip, throw it in your luggage. Uh, I don't know. I'm not a smuggler. So, um, and I think that cooler heads prevail. I mean, I really like to fly these drones, but I can live without buying another drone. I literally could stop flying drones today and be happy. I got other things I really like to do. There are other things that I'm really good at doing, and I like to do the YouTube thing. There's no question, but I can take YouTube to other places. The drone thing was just unique. It was fun, and I'm saying it like it's past tense because it could be. This could be past tense for me. I'm seriously thinking about putting this on the back burner and moving ahead with some other projects that are tech. I really don't. I'm so plenty of clothes, but I'm not crazy. I'm not insane to buy something that really is not going to make my life better. Where I'm going to get 50 bucks from showing it off. So, um, but this is going to be. Just to warn you, this is going to be a pretty short stream. I will be out of here at 5:30, no question. I cannot. Exactly. Hey, James, I'm with you. I've got a pile of drones behind me as well. I got that whole series right there. I got that thing sitting here. I got all the goggle things and the goggles, and I've got way more flying fun than I could ever stand, right? Which I'm very fortunate. But um what else I really enjoyed, and probably more than any drone that's come out recently. I really like I keep bringing my cameras out. But I really love this. I really love the X5, guys. I am the oops, I just wanna I know I'm going off key here, but check that out, man. That is the X5 with a Ace Pro 2. This is like the perfect camera kit. You can do everything with this kit. If you're a reviewer, you can freaking shoot the world with this. Now the so anyway, the X5 has been really fun. I really enjoy it, and if I were to take a trip right now with that, I would have a good time and would need another camera. And so um, hey, eat more possum. 32 months. Holy crap! Hey, you know what we're gonna do for you guys popping in this early? And let's see who's here. Let's check it out. Let's do roll call. I'm gonna do roll call. Here we go. I've got lots of I've got memberships to gift, man. I have 10. Here we go, guys. I've been piling these up. Here we go. So this is for Kai. This is for Kai. Get well, Kai. So the reason why I'm up today, Kai is not feeling well. I decided to just quickly um Zachary, all right. 808. All right, 808. 808's been doing live volcano. I would be on that volcano too. I would be I think you found your niche in that specific space. Um so Stream Elements just became a. There we go. Quitzy Rush. Thank you. Receive a gift. Thank you. Traveling with kids. Oh my lord. Gosh. I will not ever do that channel. I already did my traveling. Kids. I did that. Actually, just this weekend, I made my 19th move. My wife told me I moved my kids for the 19th time, and that is no lie. 19 moves. Ah, but every one of them has been a step forward, and this one's a huge step forward for my oldest. So he actually moved closer to me, and and he's got a nice promotion, and he's worked hard for that. So you're probably my second favorite tech YouTuber. I'm getting better, guys. I'm not very. I'm getting my informativeness comes from use. I don't I rarely read from the spec sheet. It's just I'll fly it and I'll like, all right. It's kind of like that helicopter video. I've only that is probably the first time I've ever flown a regular a rotary wings rotary helicopter like that, a regular single bladed helicopter. It's like the first time I've ever flown one of those. And it's hard. It does not have any optical flow stabilization whatsoever. So, the wind takes it and you're pretty much screwed. And then it overcompensates. It actually goes too fast. It should be made to be much slower. But anyway, I freaking slammed that to the back of my wife's car. If you have not watched that video, go to just for fun. Don't buy that helicopter if you don't want to, but go watch me slam the helicopter into the back of my wife's car. That is a real life happening. My wife did see that, and she's been very nice about it. Yes, it did leave a mark. It did, and I was able to buff it out. So, oh my lord. I can. I know that those types of helicopters, I can fly them. I understand them, but same thing with airplanes. I understand how to fly aircraft too, but the first time by the sticks, man, you gotta have some preset rules in your head. But anyway, it was fun. It bounced off pretty far. Yeah. No optical. I just need something to get it in a stable state. Okay, when you're on the ground. So when you're hovering over grass, you can get it in a place where you can get your let off on the sticks. And but I mean you're supposed to trim them, but I wasn't familiar with the trim tabs on that, so I didn't really know what I was doing. So I'm just like clicking the trim, trying to get it to, and then I've got wind, I've got a breeze blowing across. So normally if you want to fly something, it's helpful to fly upwind, or downwind. But when you have a crosswind, it's very tough because your brain has got to adjust one direction, and then when you turn the other direction you're with the wind and everything's cool. You're flowing with the current. So anyway, it was fun. It was definitely fun, and it was a good experience. I don't really get anything from a video like that. I don't. I the helicopter is not gonna. It's not something I can sell. It's really I guess I could for like 20 bucks, 25 bucks. It's almost not worth putting a stamp on the envelope, to put that out there. But it's a good experience. I could donate it to a kid. I've got a bunch of those. I probably have at this point 6 or 7 drones that I'll never get rid of, and I'll have to donate it to somebody, which I will. So I'm starting to collect things. So, oh man, my CPU is really loaded up. Holy crap. 27%. Holy crap. I think I've got something playing in the background. So, phew. I was looking at my stats over there. Usually my CPU's at about 12 or 13 or something. Now it's at 24. But bought the Neo knockoff. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Neo out. I think I need to have manual experience. Oh, I got something else. Let me show you this really quick. I got something I can share really quick with you guys since I'm not going to here, let's go here. Um, so this right here is what I'm gonna put the look at right there. I'm gonna put the air unit on. So this is my I'm gonna take this air unit here and we're gonna put it on. That's what's that? I don't even know what it is. Meteor. So Beta FPV's been really good. So I'm gonna be flying that Meteor really. It's been a while since I've flown anything that small. So yep, and then I've got these lava batteries that I'm gonna attach to it. So it should be kind of fun. We'll get this here. I'm not a huge fan of the little cowling like this, but we're gonna get it on there. It'll be good. It'll fly fun and so anyway, yeah, the Meteor. I learned to fly FPV with this and inside in an indoor environment. So more likely, I'm gonna have to fly that one indoors as well. So let me see if I can take my image here. Go to my filters and see if I can remove the background. Background removal. It's not letting me remove the background. Let's see here. Let's see. Blurry. Oh, I can blur the background. There we go. I probably could remove it too. Let's see. Uh, anyway, I'm messing around. Messing around. Oh, that's dumb. Here, we get that back off. Right. Okay. Anyway, but yeah. So I'm gonna have to mount this. This is actually the mount right here that mounts the O4 unit. So when I talked to Beta FPV, when they sent that out to me, um, it's going to be kind of fun. So I'm looking forward to flying that. That'll be I'm going to fly that DJI O3 goggles O3. I'm not going to fly it. Well, maybe I could fly N3. The N3 is too I need a bigger field of view. So hopefully I can fly that. I'm not a huge fan of the field of view on that O4 camera, that light camera. I really am not a massive fan of it, period. So the light. I think most of us that have flown a DJI light unit, um, we're all kind of, you know, if you're just coming in, guys, I am without Kai today. He's not feeling well. So I told him I just he emailed me or texted me and I said and then I just quickly threw something together. So I'll be on for a few more minutes. I'm figuring about 30 minutes tops. So I've been on for 23. So we're already almost to the end of that. But um, if I can, the only way I'm going to touch a Mavic 4 is if they've been pre. This is one of my theories. Okay. One of my theories is that the DJI already built these things a while ago. They already had them built. So before the tariffs went through, they had them already sitting in a warehouse and they're going to activate them by firmware. That's my hope. is that the Mavic 4 will be firmware activated. So that's one of my theories. So I'm thinking um, that I can pull that one off. But Jasper is no there's no validation for that idea. Okay, the other thing that's really interesting is this little bad boy. Um, Now the 360 camera, I've made a couple of comments about on Twitter, and most of what I have to say about the 360 camera that DJI could be putting out is that it is a prototype that they were thinking about. There has been really nothing more than just these kinds of leaks. Um, I think that they would have to put out a lot of software. Plus, the with the tariffs, they would have to do something like Insta360 did. I was able to order my Insta360 X5 from China, and they subsidized the cost. So I bought it for what it regularly costs, and they just took the hit, and which is really interesting. So I'm guessing that DJI, being a bigger company, is going to be able to take the same hit. What do you think about that? Yeah, that's okay, Jackrabbit. I didn't. Kai just he. I did not know this until, right? Maybe a little. He just isn't feeling good. He's just like, I'm not going to go on. I really don't want to push a stream if I'm not feeling very good. So, but we got two great. So anyway, let's get better, Kai. That's for sure. Get better and hope you feel better. He hasn't been feeling good at all lately. Um, so hopefully he can get a handle on that. Hey, Eddie's in the house. How you doing, Eddie? I don't think the U.S. and Canada will see Mavic 4 Pros for a while. Yeah, I think you're right. Um, I do think you're right. Hey, Eddie, I was actually looking at a bike like the one you were riding, one that's just a pedal assist bike. They're actually really, really cheap right now. If you want a pedal assist electric bike, they're only about they're I think they're only like 350-watt bikes. They have a very small electric pedal assist motor. Those things are under $500 right now. You can get one for 499 right now. 27-inch tires too. So nice size bike, cruising through parks. Most of it's, pedal power, but pedal assist, which um so yes, and yeah, the subsidized, you can only do so much of that. Um, Eventually, they're going to be affected by this. The U.S. market, Americans, we have really enjoyed a lot of cheap crap for a long time. I think it's time for us to cool off. I really do. I think this is going to be good for us, and I think it's going to be good for them as well. I think the economy was very hot, and I think that this cooling off period is going to help everything. It's going to help consumers, it's going to help the real estate market, and it's going to help the investment markets. So I'm an optimist when it comes to cooling down economies. Economies can get too hot. Just like an economy can be too bad, really bad, it can actually be too hot, which is also very can be negative. So um, let's see there. Yeah, I agree with the discrete nature where you can just go to the grocery store, pull up. Nobody really knows what the hell you got there. I'm with you on that. So yeah, I'm with you on that idea. So, but is anybody interested in a DJI 360 camera? I am. My problem is I really haven't done a lot of camera reviews, and I would have to learn. I would have to be more spec centered to be a camera guy. Um, But I think I could have fun with it. I definitely think I could be creative with it. I just really never had to. I've just used them. I just say, hey, but the One thing, Eddie, I know anybody else have the X5 on here? The X5 is great. I have yet to find anything I don't like about it. It should have been the camera before the X4 should have never come out. They should have gone right the that technology at right now with the X5 is superb. It is really good. It is so good to it's so close to other action cameras. If you notice the action scenes that I used with the helicopter video, and if I was flying a larger object, that camera in a different background, that camera would have tracked that thing the whole time. It was really doing well. The only time it lost the helicopters, it's basically camouflage helicopter. It when it got into the trees, it couldn't find it. It was camo. So let's see. Main concern would be editing. Yes, the editing is not a fun process. Yeah, their biggest weakness, the Insta360's biggest weakness is their online editor. If they create their own version of a good online editor, now what they're doing is um, they're putting out tools to be able to use it with like DaVinci and stuff like that. And I want them to come out with their own. I want them to take that phone app and make it more conducive to a online version of the same thing. I think they can do it both. I think they can update their online app, their computer app for Macs. I mean, that's the only thing is hook your camera up to your Mac or your PC, whatever, and you know, and go through, some kind of a app based um, editor would be nice. But it's not bad. I mean, I can get really good results from it. Plus, you get ProRes output, and that's the key. You can output it at ProRes, and you get really good video quality. Really difficult to tell the difference between that and the Ace Pro 2. It's really, really good. So very happy with that. It's fun and it's usable. It used to just be fun and not usable. You go, okay, I'm gonna have to sacrifice um, quality with it. But DJI's got, these guys here, these guys have, if they're gonna put that thing out, they got to go through that whole process. They got to get an app support for it. It has to work with Mimo. Um, and then somehow online, I don't know. Unless they're going to once again put a tool out there for DaVinci or for there's just too many editors out there that you got to work through. So you have to or they're able to allow you to get ProRes quality out of your phone. Right now, you can't. You edit your video on your phone and you don't get ProRes output, which is sucky. But if it's so Exactly. I mean, Eddie's basically saying that the DJI would have to come out with an X5 better than an X5. I think I'm just saying I've had four. I haven't had a ton of 360 cameras. I own the 361. I own the RS. I own the modular camera, and then I never got into the early X's. I kind of went out um, because I wasn't impressed with the output, and I'm like, I can't use that footage. It just is not good. Now the X3 it got really good, and then X4 you had 8K. Once 8K came out, X4 footage is useful. You just have to use it in single lens mode, and then but now you can use it. You get the full Monty. You get a single lens, and you get the full. Um, you get the variable output where you can uh, capture whatever's in front of you. So in case you're doing a vlog and something goes by, you can now get that. So anyway, it's fun. It's fun that way. But yeah, I'm a buyer of the Mavic 4 if it's possible, but I am going to pay the price it's worth. I'm not going to pay more for any reason. I can wait, and if I and you know what? I am actually betting. I'm actually thinking about going in hibernation until until the Mini 5 comes out. So I'm perfectly willing to wait for the Mini 5. Um, the Mini 5 is going to be a huge hit. People like the cheaper, smaller drones. People like them just as much. I think the Air pushes the envelope. People still like the Air. Um, and I have not explored all of the Air functions yet. I want to play around with the LiDAR, assist takeoffs and landings. There's a lot of things that I haven't messed with. I really like the hyperlapses you can get out of that. So there's a lot of things and then the flip just got the flip just got ignored, and it really deserves more love. The flip was just too close. But if you're flying indoors or an environment where you can hit stuff, the flip is perfect. It's got a great camera, and you can run into things and not crash your drone. So, all right, guys, we are to the end of my 5:30 window. I want to play around for just a second here, but I'm going to stay on point. Um, I am excited. I'm probably personally going to once I'm getting into the spring, or excuse me, into the summer months, I'm probably going to probably live stream more infrequently, and then probably put out some different videos that you're not used to you seeing. I think I'm going to build some stuff. I've got some building projects I'm going to do. Um, and if I can put out content with that, that would be fun. And it is tech related, so I'm actually going to build a new grill enclosure. So I'm going to tech it out. Um, put some like USB-C ports in it, outdoor, cool stuff. So you can, use your electronics outside. Maybe build in some, some tech, into it. So but I'm gonna throw a Blackstone in with cool tech and probably a mini fridge. So anyway, I've got a big project ahead of me, and I got to tear out my old one. So it'll be fun. It's where I'm due for a building project. I'm a builder. I like to build stuff, but my viewership will decline a little bit because of that, which is okay, as long as I'm doing something I enjoy. So yeah, I'm still gonna fly the flip. I have no reason to get rid of the flip at this point. I still want to fly it. I actually carried it with me today. I brought it with me. I threw it with my pack today. The only cameras I carry this array with me, and then I will, if I'm serious, if I have a really serious video to do, it's always Pocket 3. But this right here just gives me more options. The Pocket 3 is old faithful, and then the drone. I'm probably gonna do a. I'd like to do another Neo flight, an interesting Neo flight, maybe a close, a close proximity flight with goggles. Maybe N3. Maybe I'll put the low cost budget stuff to work. Um, the best budget drone still the N3, man. Or goggles with Neo and then the controller 3, man. You gotta, or you can use the N3, the N3 controller, RC controller. But it's all really great, really budget friendly, and you get really good video. So yeah, the no fly zone was fun to build. I actually put a new fridge in the no fly zone. That fridge I originally put in there went out on me. But I'm going to do the other side. I've got another area that I'm going to work on. It's a lot smaller. I have this massive buffet that I built, like really big, way too big. My dad and I put it in when we first moved into this house, and it was just overkill, completely overkill. It takes up my whole patio. So I am going to tear it back and then I'm going to rebuild it and I'm going to build it in with gas and it's got electric going to it, but I'm going to run natural gas to it. And so I don't have to change LP, or the propane. Propane's better, but I'm sick of changing propane bottles. I'm going to pipe it right in, man, going natural gas right to the freaking, right to the black stove. So, all righty, guys. Hey, take it easy. I got to run too, man. I got to run. I got to get out of here. So yeah, I appreciate that. It'll be fun. I'm probably gonna do concrete on top of it. I might do a drop down counter. I don't know because the drop down counter might not work with a Blackstone. The Blackstone with a cover, the cover takes up a lot of space, and if I do a drop down, a drop down counter with a backsplash, it might not be the best choice for this, but it does give you that little leaning, that area where you can kind of lean and throw a drink on it. That's the one thing about the bar height drop down counter. But I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing it and build it and do the best job I can so my wife loves it. So, all right. Anything anybody has going on? Appreciate everybody coming in today. If you did not get here earlier, I did gift out some memberships today. Those are always fun. If you do have memberships, use those, guys, use those emojis. They are a lot of fun. So if you have not used any of your interesting emojis, okay, like the dad random emoji, and we have the thumbs up emoji. We also have the DJI flip emoji. That actually was a GIF, but I thought it would work as one. We have the Pocket 3 emoji right there. And we have of course, the most popular Steve emoji. Anyways, and then of course, the absolute yes emoji. I should have put two S's on it. And of course, if you don't want to put down any emoji, you can just say no emoji. Anyway, that's a little bit fun. So if you know you have them, but um, anyway, I think I've got everything kind of. I've got everything under control here. I was going to look for something really quick in my Brio vision. Um, anything? Let's see here. Uh, filters. Anyway, all right. I need to get going here. What's that saying? Um, I'm just looking to see if there's any fun stuff I can do. What is that? All right. Did my image just? I hope I don't mess anything up. Okay, I'm clicking on stuff. Don't click on stuff. Here, shut that down. I'm looking for some notification. They used to have anyway. All right, I'm out of here. Okay, so Dad Random. I know. Practice on your own time. That's what I always tell people. If you're gonna practice stuff, so that's just my. It's that's a tool for using the Logitech camera. But am I wireless too? It says I'm wireless. I shouldn't be wireless. I should be. Guys, if I click this and no, I'm not going to click that. If I click this, it'll go off. I shouldn't be wireless. It should be like wired in internet right now. But all right. Okay, guys, have a great weekend. Or actually a great week. It's only Tuesday. Usually it's a great weekend, but not today. And thank you for a short stream. Guys, if you haven't, wish Kai well, please. He's not feeling good. And hopefully he'll be back next week with me. Or I'll be back with him next week. Probably not going on Friday, I don't think. I got to put a floor in my house for the second time. So I'll be busy moving furniture and stuff because, yes, my first floor I put in when we remodeled our house, was a bad floor. So I have to reinstall a new floor in this entire house. Guys, it's insane. It is. I'm paying twice for the same freaking floor, even though I'm getting the floor from the company for free. It's not free. I paid for it, believe me. So anyway, I'll be moving furniture Friday, so there's no way I've got to get this ready for Monday because Monday they're gonna start tearing my house apart again. So that sucks. Alrighty, have a good one. And oh, let's put some cool wet sand on here. There we go. That's the going out sound. All right. Anyways, have a good one. And I am. Is that my outro? There we go. Time to see some aliens, guys. Thank you. Have a good one.